Good morning, guys. Kelly here, and I want to go over how to properly set up a drip campaign within the kvCore conversion drip campaign function. And I want to show you how to do it and maybe eliminate some of the frustration or eliminate some of the trepidation you have, because when you first get into this, it can be a little bit overwhelming and you can be like, wow, how am I going to do that? kvCore is really cool because it gives you a lot of what we call generic campaigns, and it allows you to take those campaigns and customize them. And the reason why you guys want to do that is everybody here that's listening to this video sells real estate in a different area, in a different location, and possibly different states. So your clientele will have a message to market possibly different than mine. So you've got great flexibility within the CRM to custom create your content. Don't let that scare you. It's actually easy, and I think when we're done with the video, it'll make sense. And guys, once you get done with this video, you'll be able to rewind it, but you should be within a couple days ready to import your first 25, 30, 50, 100, 200 leads and get them started on a right away drip campaign. So that's some exciting news. So the first thing that I do when I'm setting up a campaign is I find out what do I want this campaign to focus on. Today, for this video, we're going to talk about expired leads because I want to show you how to put free leads into your CRM. Did you hear that? Free. So you're going to go to your MLS and you're going to find leads that are expired, say 30 to 60 days out, because in the 30 to 60 day range, by that time, most agents aren't talking to them. They've already gone through the whole, they expired the first week and got 500 Keller Williams agents calling them. I got a buyer. Can I come interview? Blah, blah, blah. So they've gone through all of that. They're not listed yet, but they're still thinking about it. So they are a great prospect for you. So you're going to download those leads. And for the purpose of this, I downloaded in a certain geographical area 73 leads that expired. I further went into the MLS and scrubbed the ones that had relisted, because even though you download them and they're expired, you've got to go to the bottom, I don't know how your MLS is, but mine, and click history and just make sure they did not relist. If they did, I pull them off the list. I also pull off LLCs and anything that's out of country. Once I have that list, I'm going to go ahead. I'm also going to check the tax records, because even though this is a primary address, they might live somewhere else. So I want to make sure if I'm going to send them a mailer, a direct mail, I've also got their information on my spreadsheet. You don't need that for this, but that's something for you to consider when you are doing your spreadsheets, because you also want to direct mail these people. That's another video. But once I have my list, I've got their primary address, primary city, primary zip. Then I'm going to need some more information. Oh, and your first name and last name, guys, you get that right in your MLS. Just click the tax record, and whatever it says for the name of the homeowner of this address, put their first name and last name. Now, I need email and primary phone, and the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to use a company called Spokio. I pay about 60 to 70 bucks every 3 months, so about 12, 13, 14 bucks a month, and I'll be able to look up anybody's name, social, phone number, or address, and Spokio will go out using big data and return to me about 85 to 93% of the time that person's social media profile, that person's phone number, that person's multiple numbers, multiple emails. So I'll be able to get more data, because at the end of the day, if you're going to upload this file right here, there's no reason to do a drip campaign if you don't have a way to contact them. Everybody understand that? Very simple. So let's assume we've got all this filled in, okay? That's that step right there. This step right here is going to take you about an hour to 2 hours, okay? Now, we're going to go back to our kvCore. Now that we've got our leads, I'm not importing the leads yet, but we've got our leads. Before I show you how to drip the campaign, let's go ahead and take a look at how you're going to upload those leads once you have them. And remember, you're not going to do this step until the very end, but I want to get this out of the way because I'll spend the bulk of the time on creating the drip campaign. The way you're going to do it is you're going to go to bulk import. Now, kvCore is really cool. It gives you two different ways to import those leads. For me, I don't like somebody else doing my work. I'm kind of a control freak, so I do it myself. But if you've got this spreadsheet done right, now listen, this right here, guys, pause the video. Make sure that your spreadsheet has, get rid of the MLS number when you're ready to import it. Make sure the headings on each one says this right here. This is what they're looking for on their columns. This is the name they want on the column. So your primary address, primary city, primary zip, first name, last name, email, primary phone for SMS, and hashtag. So that's what you need to have on your spreadsheet. So if you're going, oh, one more thing. Can't believe I forgot this. Guys, on the hashtag, this is the most important part. Whatever you decide to put on that hashtag, you need to make sure every one of these are tagged. So on the hashtag, on this one, I'm probably going to say something like old expires. And I'm going to make sure that that hashtag goes all the way down the entire length of these addresses. The reason I'm doing that, when I import these leads, if I've got that hashtag in properly and my drip campaign set up, once that import is complete, if you've got a text message and an email set to go out immediately, the system will do it for you. You don't have to go in and manually tell the system on each lead to start the drip campaign. So guys, make sure you have them properly marked with the hashtag. Now, if you don't want to do it yourself, then just hit get started and they will take it from there. You'll upload your spreadsheet to them. I would highly recommend if you do that, tell them to please make sure they tag it with whatever hashtag that you want so that it starts. That takes about an hour. It says 3 days. I've done it a couple times and it's taken about an hour or two. So I hope that helps, but that's how you get your leads on a spreadsheet ready to import. So now let's talk about building out your campaign. On your campaign, the way you're going to get there is you're going to go to Marketing Autopilot. And guys, I don't know if you've had this experience with kvCore, but I do notice that it takes a little while to load, and I've tried it on different internet areas. I've been in different buildings with different speeds, and it's pretty much the same. It just takes a while to load, so be patient. So once you come over here to your Marketing Autopilot, you're going to go ahead and hit Smart Campaign. There's a couple things that I want to show you pre-campaign build that will help you out. This is just stuff that I had to get in there and learn. Once it loads, guys, I want to show you a couple things. In a minute, you're going to see a pop down over here. And that pop down is a chat box. This is tied into kvCore Conversion IT Tech Specialist. And I've worn those guys out. They're very good at what they do. So if you run into a situation where you're not sure what to do from here, you just click that. And it'll bring this up, and you're just going to hit Start Conversation and start typing what your question is, what your query is. And they will answer you. It says within 5 minutes. I've had them do it in less than 2 minutes. I've had them, I've waited 5 to 8 minutes. But they're really, and you'll notice I've had a bunch of conversations with them. Anyway, use that button. Also, go to YouTube. If you can't figure something out, go to YouTube and search for videos related to kvCore drip campaigns. There's tons of those out there. I'll be posting this video on YouTube as well. But if you've not started yet with your drip campaigns, first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to kvCore library. And I recommend you you actually importing as many of these campaigns that they give you as possible into your library. So what they're going to do is they're going to give you 21 campaigns that they pre-built. Now let me talk about that for just a minute. These campaigns, think of them as templates. They're not going to be campaigns that you use their content because, quite frankly, you're welcome to go and check all of them. The content's generic. Remember, you've got to match your message to your market. And if you match your message to your market, then your content's going to be different than mine. I have a lot of area in my county right now that we offer 0 down home loans through USDA, and we qualify for those. So you might not have that. Your message is going to be different. The way you add these to your library is basically add those to your library. Once you do, it'll pop into my library. And here are some of and you'll notice I've got some running right now. Here is my library, okay? And it goes to, I've got 14 campaigns that I've downloaded right now. Some of these I've cloned. And when I clone them, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute, it gives me the ability to go ahead and basically recreate the campaign. So let's talk about how we're going to clone the campaign. If I'm dealing with a seller campaign, expired campaign, I'm going to go to the conversion default seller. I'm going to be done with coffee in a minute. We need to hurry this video up. Hope this is helping you guys so far. So I'm going to be here on the conversion default seller. Okay? And it's still loading. I have to be patient, guys. This is so terrible. For a click-happy guy, this is really kind of like ADD for me. I can't stand having to wait. But anyway, I digress. When I'm on the campaign, it gives me this little button down here that says clone. There's also a button for edit, and I can remove this campaign entirely from my library. But for this purpose, we're going to clone this campaign. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit clone. It's now going to recreate this campaign, but it's going to give you editable features. Now remember a little while ago I said to make sure you have a hashtag on your spreadsheet, and we called it old expireds. This is where this becomes important. Anytime a lead comes in, I'm going to move it immediately to a hashtag. The hashtag, I'm going to say old expireds. I'm going to click that. There it is. You know what? Let me get rid of that, and I'm going to go old expireds. I don't want capital letters. Oh, it keeps doing that. Guys, I'm sorry. Bear with me. All right, so it's gonna go ahead and capitalize that. There we go. Just gonna go ahead and click that. All right, make sure you change for I've already used this. That's why it's doing it. I've already used this hashtag, so it's just pulling it up. So because I've used that way, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that my spreadsheet looks exactly like that. So this will be capital, that'll be capital. Make sure your spreadsheet matches that. Then we're going to go to next. Okay, this campaign is designed for sellers. Now here's where you get to change it. So we're going to call this old expired leads. Okay, make sure, and this is pivotal, that you name that campaign for the drip that you're wanting to create. So if you're going after expireds, old expireds. If you're going after brand new expireds, where you're going to dump brand new expireds, that message is going to be different than this. You're going to create that campaign, clone this again, call it new expireds. If you're going to run after buyers, clone a buyer campaign and call it, if you're going to go after buyers in a geographical area, you might want to say Claremont, Florida, buyers. Or you might say buyers, that date. Make sure that when you create that campaign, you know exactly what you're doing when you dump those leads into it. All right, so I've got it under old expired leads, and I'm going to go to next. And then it gives me the opportunity to clone the campaign. So once I clone that campaign, now I have something that I can edit. And let's wait on it to pop up. All right, so there we go. Old expired leads is now ready to go. And this is where I can add actions. Now, the next step you want to do, remember we are calling this old expired leads, is you want to go to the template category. And while we wait for the CRM to catch up, we're going to go to the templates now, because this is where you get to create your own unique content. And guys, it's a lot easier than you think. All right, so if you'll notice, there's a bar up here that says templates. So we've cloned kvCore Conversions generic campaign. We've called it old expired leads. Now we're going to go to templates. And I'm going to go ahead and create emails and text. Now guys, I'm not going to go ahead and create all of that for this campaign. I'm going to do one, but duplicate what I do. All right, so what I want to do is start with an email. Okay, I'm going to go down here to, it doesn't matter which one of these you want to pick. Just pick anything. Put post call email. We'll go to post call email. Oh, goodness gracious. See, I got click happy. Sorry about that, guys. I had to back up a little bit. All right, so now we're going to build out your data or your content. And the way we're going to do that is we've gone into templates. I make sure that I'm on email because I always start with an email. And I'm going to just copy any one of these. And the way you do it is you clone it. Okay. And I'm going to clone template down here. Include signature. I'm going to clone the template. So there you see copy. Okay, I'm going to edit this. And actually, this is something you could have done before you cloned it. I'm going to call this old expired 1. Guys, the reason I'm doing that, and you should have, actually I should have had you do that once you hit the clone button before you cloned or hit the clone, because then you could find it. But for the purpose of this, and just trust me through trial and error, any content you make, whether it's text or it's email, make sure it has, and you could put old expired email 1. That's even better because you're going to come up with, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 emails. If you're going to do a text, then you're going to say old expired text 1. The reason that you want to do this is when you go back in and you're going to bring, and I'm going to show you in a minute, when we go back to the campaign template, we're going to get rid of all of kvCore stuff and you're going to bring over the stuff that you created. So on the first subject, call it whatever you want. You could put great info, right? Oh, I can't even spell. And then you're going to get rid of this. I mean, this is the kvCore stuff. Would you be interested in seeing what's available, blah, blah, blah. I don't need that. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. Okay. And I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm just going to put whatever content I want. Here I'm going to put test. You have to come up with your content. We can talk about that at a later date. But whatever this first email that's going to go out to that expired, that's what you have here. Always include your signature. Update the template. Okay? So once that's done, now we're going to go ahead and do a text message. Let's go ahead and do one of those. And we're going to clone whatever. I don't care. We'll clone this one. We're going to call this old expired text 1. Okay, and let's get rid of the content here. Put whatever content you want for your first email. Okay, clone it. So that's done. That's how you create your content, guys. Once you have all of your content done, you're going to go back to your campaign library. This is the way that you finalize the campaign before you import your leads. And so we're going to go back to the template and find the old expired leads. And once you find that campaign within my library, go ahead and open it up. And you're going to see all of your content. There's your campaign. And you're going to add action. Okay? We're going to add an email. And then it's going to bring this template up. And we're going to select the template by dropping down what you have stored on your template section. Now we call that old expired lead email. So let's see if we can find it in here. Still a little bit slow here. We're going to get it. Here we go. There we go. Guys, see it right there? Old expired email. You're going to name this old expired email 1. Okay? Let's view this template. See what it is. There it is right there. Contents test. Okay? You're going to set this to run immediately. So this email, as soon as that lead is correctly imported into your CRM, this email is going to go out if they're tagged properly. And there it is right there. You're going to add it to your campaign. You see it dropped it right there? Now I'm going to add another one. Now we're going to add that SMS message that we just created. Let's go ahead and see if we can find oh, there it is right there, old expired text. Let's take a look at what it is. There it is. And then let's set that to run immediately. Now guys, for the next set of emails, so say for email number 2, you want it to run on day number 2. You're going to set it here. You're going to go to hours or days. So we'll say days. and then we're going to tell it how many days. Boom, boom, boom. Right? But for this one, we're just going to set this to run immediately. Oh, we're going to call it old expired text 1. And then we're going to add it. So if you'll notice, right now I've got 2 templates that I created for this clone campaign set to go out immediately. Okay? And you can edit these, and you can't edit the content. You have to go into templates to do it. But you can edit these through here. Now, here's the stuff that kvCore put in here. It would be good for you to go and look at their content, but typically what I do is I go to the X and I get rid of all their stuff. Are you sure? Yes, remove it. So it just removed that. Now I'm not going to do it for this video, but you go in and remove all their stuff. Go into your templates, create your emails, create your text, put them over to here, set what you want it to go out. And then one other thing, and I noticed it didn't do it when I set it up. Make sure your old expired leads, for whatever reason, it's still showing status as new. We want to move it to hashtag, and remember we said old expired. There we go. Make sure that hashtag is in there. If you did it correctly, it'll pop up on the left. There you go. So this campaign's set to go when old expired, and this time it allowed me to do it. When this hashtag is applied to any leads that you import in from this sheet, and they're all tagged right here, it's going to run automatically. So guys, that's it. You can use this scenario for sale by owners, for buyers, whatever. But this is how you're going to create your campaign within kvCore. You're going to clone an existing kvCore campaign. You're going to rename it. You're going to go to templates. You're going to clone whatever template they have for email, SMS, or whatever. You're going to change the content. You're going to change the name. And then you're going to import it into your campaign action. So guys, that's it. I hope that made sense. I'll leave my information below the video, an email if you have to. Just email me back if there's any questions beyond this. I'll get with you as soon as possible. But I hope that made sense, and I hope that you're able to, within the next couple days, get your drips up and going. All right, thank you so much. I will shoot another video soon, and if you get this on my YouTube channel, just go ahead and like my channel. You'll see lots of great content. Thank you.